Bruh, the leaks surrounding Doctor Strange and Wanda have been absolutely insane. Dog, those two are about to get busy. So we gotta talk about what these leaks mean, not just for those two, but for Secret Wars as a whole. Because if Marvel actually does this, Secret Wars might just be that final straw. What's up? I'm King Kunz. This is the Nerds Underground, and welcome back to my basement, where as always, we complete the leaks. Hit the like and subscribe button, and let's get it. So about a month ago, Alex Perez dropped bombs about the Doctor Strange 3 movie and about Wanda's future role in the MCU in general. And I'm gonna give y'all a quick refresher on those leaks, because as always, the real sauce in this video is how these leaks and points connect to Doctor Strange and Wanda being the main protagonists in Secret Wars. Alright, so to get the homework out the way, here's what Alex Perez from the Cosmic Circus had to say about Wanda. She is in fact alive and is currently in a dimension known as Witch's Road. Marvel is planning a solo project for her, and she will be working with Kang in Kang Dynasty. Now, when it comes to Doctor Strange 3, Perez said the movie will take a lot of inspiration from the Jonathan Hickman's Time Runs Out comic, which was the setup for Secret Wars. He says Strange will be working with Clea and the Black Priest, and he says he's joining Clea and the Black Priest to stop the incursions that are happening throughout the multiverse because he is indeed the one causing them. Look, there's a whole lot of juice in those rumors, but there's one thing that is clear to me: that Doctor Strange and Wanda will be like the Tony Stark and Steve Rogers of this entire saga. Here's what I mean by that. From the Avengers movie, like the OG Avengers movie, we had lines between Tony Stark and Steve Rogers that absolutely paid off at the end of the saga. Cap telling Tony that he wouldn't sacrifice himself to save the world. You got Tony telling Cap that the only thing that made him special is the serum.
Everything special about you came out of a bottle.
You see, both of those things paid off in Avengers Endgame. Look, I know this is gonna be a hot take just because how a lot of the fandom feels about Multiverse of Madness, but that movie is going to be a similar setup for Doctor Strange and Wanda by creating the conflict between the two. You see, it sets up Doctor Strange thinking that he needs to fix everything himself, and Wanda calling out Strange for not allowing her to do the same thing by her rules. And just to keep it real, like the two even share similar prophecies in that movie. Like you got the Illuminati saying Strange is the biggest threat to the multiverse, and you got Wong saying that Wanda will either rule or annihilate it. You see, where these lines would normally pay off in movies that come out a few years later, thanks to the leaks, we have a better idea of how this conflict will play out and be resolved at the end of Secret Wars. Because what Perez is saying about Doctor Strange 3 really hints that the Illuminati was right about Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. He is the biggest threat to the multiverse. You see, I think the whole reason why the leaks say that he's working with Clea and the Black Priest in the first place is because it's his variants that are screwing up the multiverse and causing incursions. And he thinks that he has to be the one to save the multiverse. At the same time, you got Perez saying that Wanda will be working with Kang, which could be a result of Kang the Conqueror making the same deal to Wanda that he made to Janet in Ant-Man 3. He offered Janet a whole timeline where she never got sucked into the quantum realm and never had to leave Hope and her family. I think he's making a very similar deal to Wanda here, except in this case, she's gonna be using her power to create that one universe herself. Look, to sum all of that up, basically they're setting up Doctor Strange to be the Molecule Man of this story and for Wanda to be the Doctor Doom. And like, damn, I know that's pissing off a lot of the Secret Wars comic book fans, right? And if you don't really understand why they're pissed off, get this. Secret Wars is Doctor Doom's effing story. Look, real quick, in Secret Wars, Doctor Doom was actually the one to find out that the Molecule Man was someone created by the Beyonders as a failsafe to destroy the multiverse. From there, he went throughout the multiverse, killing variants of the Molecule Man, causing the Beyonders to trigger incursions to destroy the multiverse that way. And the Beyonders plan almost worked, but Doctor Doom then used Molecule Man's powers to absorb the Beyonders' powers and create Battleworld. Your boy Doctor Strange was there too. Yo, hearing that, and as much as I would want to see Doctor Doom in Secret Wars, as much as you probably want to see Doctor Doom in Secret Wars, Feige always prioritizes what he's building with his characters in previous phases over the exact events that goes down in the comics. And on paper, I get it. Like, I definitely get the concern about what they're doing here, especially with all of the rumors of cameos that we have swirling around Secret Wars right now. I mean, you got RDJ Iron Man, you got all of the X-Men from the Fox universe, Toby, Andrew Spider-Man. Those are mad rumors. So how does it all even add up to have all of that going on and have Wanda and Doctor Strange at the end of the movie like that? Well, you see, the way I look at it, during much of Secret Wars Part 1, we'll be focusing on the Avengers and multiversal heroes taking on the Council of Kangs and their multiversal villains, while we see scenes where Doctor Strange and Wanda are getting closer to their eventual meetup at the end of that movie. Think about it like Infinity War, where literally all of the heroes were focused on stopping Thanos from collecting the Infinity Stone. While we also get shots of Thor going out on his own, trying to create a weapon powerful enough to defeat Thanos himself before joining the Avengers at the end of that movie. It's the same principle here. Like, we just haven't really heard much about Wanda and Doctor Strange being involved with the heroes in Secret Wars, because they won't be. They'll be out there trying to stop the destruction of all time on their own. And I believe at the end of Secret Wars Part 1, we'll see Steven yield to Wanda and admit that he doesn't have to be the one to save the multiverse. You see, I feel like with the leaks, the theories, and what's already been established in Multiverse of Madness, this play seems like the logical path they're taking, because they're going to not only be changing up Secret Wars from the comics, Kevin Feige probably wants to make his two biggest characters outside of the OG Avengers to be the center of the storyline. And this could also give a movie like Multiverse of Madness that Age of Ultron effect by revealing everything that was set up during that movie. Like I said earlier, it effing sucks that Doctor Doom is not going to step in this movie and take over Secret Wars like he does in the comics. And if Marvel actually does this, I can see it drumming up a lot of discourse around this doggone movie, bro. I mean, you're taking out the most beloved villain in Marvel Comics, a villain that everybody has been wanting to see. His pretty much story of Secret Wars, of Battle World, that's all Doctor Doom. I mean, they'll be taking a big risk there by swapping out Doctor Doom for Wanda in those roles there. I mean, when you even think about it, like, this would drum up that MCU issue, like the MCU, which would come out and talk about how they switch these things up to whatever, matching agenda, whatever they want to complain about. And to be fair, when you're doing that with Doctor Doom in a Secret Wars movie, you're giving them ammunition. But one thing that always trumps controversy is a W. Look, if they give us all of the action, if they give us all of the fan service, all of the cameos, everything that we want in Secret Wars, and then proceed to give us a phase on Battle World, I don't see a lot of people bitching about how we got there. And look, I think there's an instance where a lot of the fandom is going to actually appreciate them sticking to their guns with that story and building off things that's been established in the MCU, rather than just being gung-ho on sticking to comics and plopping in Doctor Doom out of nowhere. But look, that's just where I think they're headed. Let me know what you think in the comment section below about what these leaks mean and how these things can play out over the next few movies. Look, if you want to get deeper into this discussion, I am live streaming every Thursday at 8:30 EST with my boy Justin. Come through the live stream, hang it out with us, and we can get deeper in these theories. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.